Picture this moment. It's 2 a.m. You're lying in bed, staring at your phone screen. The blue light illuminates your face as you scroll through her social media for the third time tonight. Your chest feels heavy. That familiar ache returns, the one that whispers, "You're not enough." You've sent another message that sits there, unread. Or worse, read and ignored. Brother, I see you. I've been you. You're exhausted, aren't you? Exhausted from chasing validation. Exhausted from pouring your energy into someone who treats your attention like it's worthless. Exhausted from watching your dreams collect dust while you orbit around someone else's life like a satellite with no purpose of its own. Marcus Aurelius once wrote in his private journal, "Never meant for our eyes." How much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does, but only to what he does himself. Think about that. The most powerful man in Rome, writing to himself about the danger of losing focus on his own path. Even emperors struggled with this truth we're about to explore today. Right now, in this very moment, while you're watching this, there's a version of you that exists in a parallel timeline. He woke up at 5 a.m. He's already finished his workout. He's building his business. He's reading philosophy. He's becoming magnetic not by chasing, but by gravitating toward his own greatness. That man, he's not some fantasy. He's you. Just 90 days from now if you choose him today. Every second you spend decoding her mixed signals, analyzing her stories, waiting for her texts. Those are seconds stolen from your empire. Those are repetitions not done, books not read, connections not made, money not earned, and a legacy not built. The Stoics understood something we've forgotten in our age of instant gratification and endless validation seeking. They knew that a man who needs nothing from anyone becomes everything to himself. And paradoxically, that's when the world, including women, starts gravitating toward him. Today, I'm going to share with you 7 transformative principles that will rewire your entire approach to life. These aren't pickup lines or manipulation tactics. These are battle-tested Stoic strategies that will make you unrecognizable to yourself in the best possible way. But I need you to promise me something. Promise me you'll watch every single second of this video. Don't skip ahead. Each point builds on the last, creating a fortress of self-reliance that no rejection, no ghosting, no heartbreak can ever penetrate again. If this resonates with you, if you feel that fire starting to ignite in your chest, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel because we're just getting started on this journey. Share this with that friend who needs to hear it. And most importantly, don't you dare skip any part of what's coming next. Drop this affirmation in the comments right now. Today, I choose myself. Now let's get into it. Number 1. The addiction to external validation is killing your potential. Let me tell you about the invisible drug you're addicted to. It's more powerful than any substance, more destructive than any vice. It's her validation, that little dopamine hit when she texts back, that temporary high when she laughs at your joke, that fleeting sense of worth when she chooses you for the night. Seneca warned us, every new thing excites the mind, but a mind that seeks truth turns from the new and seeks the old. You've become a validation junkie, and she's your dealer. Think about yesterday. How many times did you check your phone hoping for her message? How many mental scenarios did you create about what she might be thinking? How many real opportunities passed you by while you were lost in this fictional narrative? Here's the brutal truth. You're bleeding energy. Every thought you dedicate to winning her approval is a thought not invested in winning at life. You're playing a game where the rules change daily, where the prize diminishes the moment you get it, where victory tastes like defeat because you realize you've lost yourself in the process. The Stoics practiced something called negative visualization. They would imagine losing everything to appreciate what they had. But you're doing the opposite. You're so terrified of losing her attention that you've already lost everything else: your focus, your drive, your self-respect. When you wake up tomorrow and reach for your phone hoping for her good morning text, I want you to stop. Feel that craving, acknowledge it. Then ask yourself, what could I build in the time I spend waiting for validation? A business? A physique? A skill that pays you for life? A mindset that makes you unshakable? The answer is all of it. You see, every champion, every philosopher, every man who ever moved the needle of history understood this principle. External validation is poverty. Internal validation is wealth. When you need her to tell you you're worthy, you've already admitted you're not. But when you wake up knowing your worth, pursuing your mission with tunnel vision, building something that outlasts any relationship, that's when you become magnetic. Not because you're trying to be, but because purpose is the most attractive force in the universe. Number 2, your mission is your first relationship. There's a man looking back at you from the mirror every morning. He's waiting for you to finally choose him, waiting for you to stop abandoning him for someone who wouldn't notice if you disappeared tomorrow. Epictetus, born a slave, became one of Rome's greatest philosophers. He said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." But let me translate that for your situation. True wealth is wanting yourself more than you want her. Your mission isn't some abstract concept. It's the promise you made to that younger version of yourself, the one who had dreams before he learned to shrink them to fit into someone else's life. Remember him? The kid who wanted to build something meaningful, travel the world, master his craft, leave a legacy. He's still in there, suffocating under the weight of your misdirected energy. Every text you send her begging for attention is a betrayal of that mission. Every hour you spend analyzing her behavior is an hour stolen from your becoming. You've made her your project when you should be your masterpiece. Think about the last time you felt truly alive. I guarantee it wasn't while waiting for her to text back. It was when you were so absorbed in something meaningful that time disappeared. When you were creating, building, pushing your limits. That's your soul screaming for its purpose. The ancient Stoics had a concept called premeditatio malorum, imagining loss to appreciate what remains. So imagine this: she leaves tomorrow, blocks you, finds someone else. What are you left with? If the answer terrifies you, it's because you've built your identity on quicksand. But a man with a mission, he's built on bedrock. Women can come and go, but his purpose remains. His 5 a.m. alarm doesn't care about his relationship status. His goals don't diminish because someone didn't text back. His potential doesn't shrink to fit someone else's attention span. When you make your mission your primary relationship, something magical happens. You stop being needy. You stop being desperate. You stop being forgettable. Because a man on a mission doesn't chase. He attracts. He doesn't beg. He builds. He doesn't wait. He creates. Your mission is calling. Will you finally answer? Number 3. Solitude is your superpower, not your enemy. Right now, solitude terrifies you. The silence feels like judgment. The empty bed feels like failure. The Friday night alone feels like social death. So you run, you chase, you settle for crumbs of companionship because the alternative, being alone with yourself, feels unbearable. But Marcus Aurelius wrote something profound. All you need are these: certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way. Notice he didn't mention needing anyone else. You fear solitude because you haven't met yourself yet. The real you, not the performer who crafts the perfect text, not the actor who plays the role she seems to want. The raw, authentic, powerful you who's been waiting in that silence you keep avoiding. Every genius, every philosopher, every man who ever changed the game found his power in solitude. While others were drowning in social noise, they were diving deep into their own depths. While others were collecting phone numbers, they were collecting insights. While others were afraid to eat alone, they were feasting on their own potential. I know that empty feeling in your chest when you're alone on a Saturday night, scrolling through stories of people living their best lives. But that feeling isn't loneliness. It's your potential trying to get your attention. It's your creativity begging for space. It's your true self knocking on the door you keep barricading with distractions. The Stoics practiced voluntary hardship to build resilience. Consider solitude your voluntary hardship. Every moment alone is a rep in the gym of self-reliance. Every night without external validation is building your internal fortress. Every decision to choose yourself over cheap company is an investment in your empire. When you learn to love your own company, you become dangerous. Dangerous because you can't be manipulated by the fear of being alone. Dangerous because you don't need anyone to complete you. Dangerous because your happiness isn't held hostage by someone else's mood. The man who masters solitude masters himself, and the man who masters himself masters everything. Number 4. Rejection is redirection to your greatness. That rejection still stings, doesn't it? The one where she chose him, where she said you're just not her type, where she disappeared without explanation. You replay it, analyze it, torture yourself with what you could have done differently. But Seneca understood something you're missing. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. That rejection. It wasn't your failure, it was your liberation. While you're mourning the loss of someone who didn't choose you, you're missing the cosmic redirect. The universe, call it fate, God, or simple causality, just saved you from pouring more precious years into someone who would have never seen your worth. That's not punishment, that's protection. Think about every man you admire. Every single one has a story of devastating rejection that became their rocket fuel. Michael Jordan, cut from his high school team. Steve Jobs, fired from Apple. They didn't curl up and cry about being unwanted. They used that rejection to become undeniable. Your rejection is your data. It's showing you where you're still soft, still needy, still dependent. It's revealing the work that remains, not to win her back, she's already yesterday's lesson, but to build a man who's rejection-proof because his validation comes from his own scoreboard. The Stoics had a principle, amor fati, love your fate, not tolerate it, not accept it, love it. Because everything that happens is fuel for your becoming if you have the wisdom to use it right. She rejected the current version of you. Good. That version needed to die anyway. He was weak. He was needy. He was playing small. Her rejection is the funeral for that lesser version and the birth cry of your evolution. Stop asking, why didn't she want me? Start asking, What is this rejection making space for? Because I promise you, when you're standing on the mountain of your own making, surrounded by the empire you built from the ashes of rejection, you'll thank her for the favor she didn't know she was doing. Rejection isn't your story ending. It's your origin story beginning. Number 5. The price of simping is your self-respect. Let's call it what it is. You've been simping. Sending good morning texts she doesn't reciprocate, liking every photo instantly, offering to pay, to drive, to wait, to change yourself into whatever pretzel shape might finally make her notice you're perfect for her. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Replace anger with desperation. Your desperate pursuit has cost you more than her absence ever could. You've turned yourself into a beggar in the kingdom of love, holding out your cup for scraps of attention. You've made yourself a jester in her court, performing for a smile. You've become the very thing that repels what you're trying to attract. A man without boundaries, without standards, without self-respect. I know why you do it. You think if you just show her how much you care, she'll finally see your worth. But here's the brutal mathematics of attraction. The more you chase, the more she runs. The more you give unsolicited, the less value it holds. The more available you are, the less special you become. You're not being romantic, you're being weak. And deep down, beneath all your rationalization, you know it. The Stoics taught that we suffer more in imagination than reality. But you're suffering in reality because of your imagination. You've imagined she's the only source of happiness. You've imagined you need her validation to be complete. You've imagined yourself into a prison where she holds all the keys. Every time you double text, you're selling your self-respect. Every time you beg for attention, you're announcing your worthlessness. Every time you tolerate disrespect for the hope of affection, you're teaching her and yourself that you deserve nothing better. But imagine the alternative. Imagine having standards that don't bend. Imagine your attention being a privilege, not a given. Imagine being the man who walks away from bad treatment because he knows his worth isn't negotiable. That man doesn't simp, he selects. He doesn't chase, he chooses. He doesn't beg, he becomes. Stop auditioning for a role in her life. Start casting for roles in yours. Number 6. Your masculine frame is your fortress. You've been shape-shifting, becoming whoever you think she wants, softening your edges, dimming your fire, apologizing for your masculine nature. You've been told it's toxic to be strong, to lead, to have unwavering principles, so you became malleable, agreeable, weak. And now you wonder why she doesn't respect you. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself," but you've given everyone else the remote control to your character. Your masculine frame isn't about domination, it's about direction. It's not about being alpha, it's about being anchored. It's the unshakable core that doesn't crumble when she tests you, when society shames you, when comfort tempts you. Think about the last time you compromised your principles for her approval. That sick feeling in your stomach, that was your masculine soul dying a little. Every time you said yes when you meant no, laughed when you should have stood firm, stayed when you should have walked. You chipped away at your own foundation. The ancient Stoics understood that a man's frame is his philosophy made flesh. Your boundaries aren't suggestions, they're declarations of who you are. Your standards aren't negotiable, they're the price of admission to your life. Your mission isn't a hobby, it's your North Star that doesn't shift based on who's watching. She doesn't want a man she can bend. No matter what modern confusion tells you deep down, she craves a man who stands like an oak in the storm of emotions, who remains centered when chaos swirls, who leads not with force, but with unshakable certainty in his direction. You've been water when you should be rock. You've been echo when you should be voice. You've been shadow when you should be sun. Your masculine frame is your gift to the world. It's the container that holds space for others to be vulnerable. It's the strength that allows softness to exist safely. It's the mountain that doesn't move when the wind howls. Every time you hold your frame under pressure, you become more powerful. Every time you maintain your standards despite temptation, you become more magnetic. Every time you choose your principles over her approval, you become more of who you're meant to be. Rebuild your frame. Reclaim your masculine nature. Remember who you were before the world told you to apologize for your strength. Number 7. When you become the prize, the game changes. Everything you've been taught is backwards. You've been told to prove your worth, earn her love, win her over. You've been competing for the position of chosen one in her life. But Caesar didn't audition for Rome. Rome begged for Caesar. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. The revolution happens when you realize you are the prize. Not in some delusional, narcissistic way, but in the profound recognition of what you bring to the table, your protection, your provision, your presence, your potential, your masculine energy that creates safety, your focused attention that builds empires, your commitment that stands through storms. Do you understand how rare that is in today's world? While other men are in her DMs begging for crumbs, you're building kingdoms. While they're crafting the perfect pickup line, you're crafting your legacy. While they're competing for her attention, you're commanding respect through your actions. The Stoics understood value through scarcity. The more rare something is, the more precious it becomes. And a man who's truly focused on his purpose, who can't be bought with beauty or manipulated with emotions, who chooses based on character, not just chemistry, that man is the rarest commodity in the modern dating market. When you flip this script, everything changes. You stop asking, am I good enough for her? And start asking, is she good enough for my life? You stop wondering if she likes you and start evaluating if you like her. You stop chasing and start choosing. This isn't arrogance, it's accuracy. You're not pretending to be valuable while secretly feeling worthless. You're becoming so genuinely valuable that it radiates from your presence. Your physique shows your discipline. Your bank account shows your focus. Your calm shows your mastery. Your absence shows your priorities. When you truly become the prize, you don't announce it. You don't need to. It's evident in how you walk, talk, choose, and refuse. Women know. They can sense a man who knows his worth versus one who's faking it. Become so valuable that your attention is an honor, your commitment is a treasure, and your presence is a privilege. Brother, we've reached the mountaintop together. But this isn't the end. It's your beginning. The 7 principles you've just absorbed aren't just concepts. They're your new constitution. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up with a choice. You can return to the old patterns, the chasing, the simping, the validation seeking that's been slowly killing your spirit. Or you can choose the path of the Stoic warrior, the path of purpose, the path of power. Seneca said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Today, the old you dies, the needy you, the weak you, the you who believed he needed someone else to be complete. Let him go with gratitude for the lessons he learned through pain. And tomorrow, the real you rises, the man with a mission, the man with standards, the man who is the prize. This video wasn't just information, it was your initiation. You're not the same man who clicked play. You can't be. Because now you know better. And when you know better, you must do better. Like this video if it lit a fire in your soul. Subscribe because this journey is just beginning. Share it with every man who needs to hear this message. Your final affirmation. Write it now. Today I chose myself. Tomorrow I become unstoppable. The world is waiting for the man you're about to become.